you. Get up!
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Mariah. For those tuning in for the first time, I welcome you to my dysfunctional channel, and for those returning, what's up? For today's video, I am going to talk about my cruise experience. For those who didn't know, or those who don't follow me on Instagram or in social media, all that fun stuff, I was on a cruise 2 weeks ago with my boyfriend, and I'm here to let you know about my experience, tips and tricks when booking your cruise, and all that fun stuff. Basically, give you the inside scoop of my first cruise. This is my first cruise, so this is firsthand, like, my experience. There's no, like, am I getting paid for this video by the cruise line and things. It's just me raw, giving you all my opinion, my experience, all that fun stuff. So if you want to learn more about cruises, tune into my video, and I'll see you right back. So I actually typed up everything I want to say in this video on my phone, so I'll be looking at that to guide me to make sure this video goes smooth sailing. Get it? Cruise. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a little background on the cruise itself, like the actual, like, the whole cruise, basically, whatever, you know what I mean. So the name of the cruise line that we sailed with, was Carnival Cruise Line. They're a very popular cruise line. There's about 3 of them that I know of that are popular. It's Carnival, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean, but we went with Carnival Cruise Line. The ship that we were on was the Conquest, the Carnival Conquest. So the Carnival Conquest usually leaves from Miami or Fort Lauderdale. We left from Fort Lauderdale, so we flew from Rhode Island, from the airport, and then we flew to the Fort Lauderdale airport, and then drove to the port. The port's like 7 minutes from the airport, so we weren't taking a long trip to the port, so it was right next to each other, which was a good thing. Our cruise was 5 days. It was their 5-day exotic Caribbean cruise. We went to 2 places in the Bahamas. We went to Nassau, which is the capital of the Bahamas. We went to Half Moon Cay, which is a private island owned by the Carnival Cruise Line, so it was just us on that island. And last but not least, we went to Turks and Caicos, went to Grand Turk, which is another, like, private kind of island that the Carnival uses, so we went there. So we went to 3 islands. It was 5 days. We spent 1 day at sea, so we just spent 1 day sailing back home. So it took a long time. So the last a day, we were just on sea, cruising back home, chilling on the ship. So I know you want to hear about how much this cruise actually cost, because you like 5 islands, 5 days, it's going to be expensive. It wasn't that bad. The cruise itself for 2 people was $818. So for 2 people before taxes and anything was $818 for 2 people, keyword 2 people. And then they had $216 for taxes, fees, and port expenses for both people. So this whole cruise plus tax and the actual cruise itself all costs together for 2 people $1,034.80, and the price per person is $517, and that $517 includes the taxes and the price of the cruise. So $500 for a 5-day cruise, but that isn't even, like, you might be like, oh my god, $500, that's a lot, but let me tell you what this cruise actually came with. So in the cost, this $570, this is also the things that were included into this trip. We got food, so the eateries on the boat, we had 2 different kinds, one being all-you-can-eat eateries. That include breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have buffet style breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the comfort kind of area, they call it the comfort line. And then they have 24-hour pizza, so you can get pizza for any hour of the day, whether it's 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. If you want pizza for breakfast, you can have pizza. The pizza line is always open for 24 hours. There's burgers. They have, you ever heard about Guy Ferrari? Is it Ferrari or Ferrari? Whatever. Guy from the Food Channel, he has the burger spot. They actually have a restaurant on the cruise by him, and they give burgers, but to a certain time. But again, it's still included into your price. So there's no co-pay. There's no paying for your burgers. You just pull up to the line, say I want a burger, and they give it to you. Also, it had a taco and burrito line, and they had like burrito bowls, burritos, tacos. Again, still included into the price, so there's no co-pay for that. And then they had all-you-can-eat ice cream, 24-hour ice cream machines that you could use if you wanted to get ice cream. And last one, they had a sandwich line. So the burger, pizza, tacos, ice cream sandwiches, pizza lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner were all included into this price of $570. So you're not paying for food. The only thing you would pay for food-wise if you wanted it was seafood. I paid for seafood. I got crabs. They were like $13 a pound, which is the market price for the cruise. But that was the only eatery that I paid for for food when I was on the cruise. They also had a steakhouse, but again, you know, steak's not cheap, so they had a steakhouse, but again, that was, you have to pay for that, which for $517 to get all the other food for free, you kind of don't even need to go to no steakhouse. You're good regardless. And also another other style out there, all you can eat eateries, they have a sit down restaurant. They actually have 2 on the boat. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner in there, and the dinner is a 3-course meal. So me and Nixon went to the sit down place twice for dinner. We wanted to get like dressed up and get cute. It's a really nice restaurant. So we had a 3-course dinner, and it was really good. I could say all the food on the cruise was really good. And if you hate everything, there was always pizza, there was always burgers, you know, like even though the comfort line, they had like, you know, different kind of foods that you probably didn't want, but like they had things that everyone would want. Pizza, they always had bacon, waffles, pancakes, you know, all the necessities you need to survive for food was there. And if you want to try new things, you're allowed to. If you weren't, yeah. And I forgot to mention about all you can eat eateries, there actually is a barbecue spot too. I can't forget that. That was pretty good. They have a barbecue spot. So again, to list all the foods that are included in the $517 that we paid was breakfast, lunch, and dinner, buffet style line, pizza, burgers, taco burritos, ice cream sandwiches, and the barbecue spot, and then the 2 restaurants you can sit down and eat at. So with food, we have drinks. So you want to drink some shit, you know, you don't want to be thirsty while you eat your food. So included in this price, you get water, lemonade, iced tea, orange juice, apple juice, passion fruit, guava juice. So those are all free, but they do have a drink package, and I'll get to that when we get to that part. But remember that all these drinks that I just mentioned are free, but they also have drinks that you can purchase and stuff. So you're like, oh my god, all this stuff's included. What's not included into this cruise? Let me tell you. So alcoholic drinks are not included. Well, obviously alcohol is not cheap. They can't give you free alcohol on the freaking cruise. I mean, if they did, the price would not be $517. No, that's right. So alcoholic drinks are not included into the cruise. Also, again, like I mentioned earlier, the seafood restaurant is not included, and the steakhouse is not included. So for $517, you don't have to buy any food. Like that's the biggest, I think that's the biggest things that we all spend on trips is having to buy food. I feel as if like whenever I went on trips other than this trip, I had to like, most of what I spent on was food and alcohol. Like I had to buy like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or like, you know, just eat. You can't not survive without eating. So I'm just happy that this cruise came with the food, so you already paid for that with the habits. There's no paying more, you know, there's no paying for like a steak. I mean, there's no paying more money for food. That's where most of my money goes for. So now I want to go into the pros and the cons of this cruise. So I have 5 pros and 4 cons. I tried to do 5 and 5, but I couldn't think of 5 cons. Like that's how good this trip was. I couldn't, like, I wanted to bounce it up, but I was like, I couldn't just do it. I sat there for an hour like, okay, I need one more, but I just couldn't think of it. So I don't got 5, I got 4, and even these 4 were kind of hard to pick up. So let's get into that. Okay, so to get into the pros of this trip. So my first pro obviously is food included. Like that was #1 for me, like food. Like I love to eat, and the fact that it was all you could eat, so I could just pull up in like mad plates or like eat as little as I want and not be like having to pay mad money for it. I thought that was lit, and I'm happy that the food's included. #2 is you get to see many locations on one trip. I saw 3 islands that I've never ever would have thought that I'd be able to see all at once. You know, I think the reason why we went on this cruise, background story, is that I wanted to go on a tropical trip with Nixon. Like, we wanted to go to an island, we're thinking Jamaica, we're thinking Bahamas, we were thinking these places. But I was like, you know what, if we do a cruise for one price, we can see all these places. And for that one price, the $517, we spent 8 hours on 3 different islands, beautiful islands. Like, I haven't been to the beach all day, and I can say my first beach day of the summer was in the Bahamas. Like, come on, tell me, please. Like, that was great. Next pro I have is that the cabins are similar to hotel rooms. I was afraid that these rooms would be small and they wouldn't like be nice, and they'd be kind of like, you know, like on a freaking ship. But these rooms were beautiful. I think I have a clip of the room. I'm gonna post a clip of the room right here. I apologize if it's messy. I don't remember what is in this video because I filmed it on the ship, but I apologize if it's messy. This was like, I didn't do any like location shots till like the last day, so we've been staying in this room for like 4 or 5 days, and this is before room service came in. But again, I apologize if it's messy, but this is how the room looks. And it looked really nice. And another pro about the room is that room service was free. till 10:30. So if we want to sleep in, we want to go up to the 9th deck and go to breakfast, we can get breakfast delivered to our room for free. So again, that's included into that $570. But after 10:30, the food was not free, and things like wings were $5. So they weren't things that like you need to pay for were expensive. Like you got like 8 wings for $5, and yeah. So room service is free for your room till 10:30. With Carnival Cruise Line. Let me just make sure that not all cruises are the same. This is the cruise that I went on. Excuse me. And yeah, room service staff was amazing. They were really nice, and they learned our names. Well, they learned my name. Remember my name because like the guy that our steward, head steward, remember my name. My name's easy to remember, but he was. Anyways, they were personal. They want to get to know you. They ask you how your day going, how'd you enjoy the islands. They were really caring, and they were really on top of their job, and everything looked great. The room looked good when they did it till we got in there, but you know, things happen. But yes, rooms are great, room service great, boom. Right, and then another pro was that you can spend as much as you want on this cruise. Me and Nixon only spent together about, let's say, $275. I don't know the exact number, but we didn't spend that much. But that was because we bought things like alcohol, we bought things like seafood, we bought things like that. But when I say you can spend as much as you want, we didn't we spent that money because we wanted them things luxury. If we were, I'm saying being cheap, but if we didn't want to spend any money at all, we didn't have to. Like there's no forcing you to spend. I don't know, like I can't explain. Like there's no forcing you to spend what you don't want to spend. One thing I regret not spending money on is excursions. I didn't want to do any excursions this time because I wanted to just relax on this trip. I didn't want to do much. But next time on our next cruise, I don't know when that's going to be. I'm definitely going to do excursions. Excursions are like things you can do on the island when you're there, like scuba diving, swimming with dolphins, things like that. I didn't do it this time because like I didn't want to. I wanted to go to this trip to relax and unwind. I had a long summer. But next time I do a cruise, I want to like do shit, you know, like, and again, you weren't forced to spend money. I still had fun on this cruise without buying an excursion. Like, you know, like, so you can spend what you want and as less as you want, so that's pretty cool. So my last and my most favorite thing about this whole cruise is that there was always, when I say always, like legit always something to do. Like you could never ever be bored, like unless you like are miserable. But they had so many things to do, and they had an app on the cruise that you can like connect to, and you can see everything that's happening at every hour, every second of the day. The things that they had on the cruise that I could remember off the top of my head, there's a lot of them. They had movies by the pool. So we saw Black Panther by the pool because the first time Nixon fell asleep. Anyways, whatever. So we watched Black Panther again. They showed Infinity War on the pool. They showed Wrinkle Upon a Time. They showed a lot of movies on the cruise. A lot of like recent movies, so that was a good thing. There wasn't like old movies. They all had comedy shows. We had couple comedy shows. They had R-rated ones, they had PG ones. R-rated ones were really funny. They had bingo that you can win money from. There was trivia, music trivia, movie trivia, all that fun stuff. There was karaoke, there was shopping. They had shopping in there. You can buy liquor, alcohol, you can buy Pandora stuff, jewelry, Rolex. You can buy stuff on the cruise, so that was fun. They had an arcade, which is really cool. They had a casino, and they actually had nightclubs too, which is cool. And I don't have any kids, but for those who have kids out there, they had a nice kids program called Club Ocean, and if you want to just drop your kids off, they'll babysit your kids for you. They'll take them to dinner. They have a teen club there. They had a lot of things. They had everything for everyone. Like no matter if you were young, like toddler to like 5 years old to you're like 80. Something for everyone to do, which is a good thing. So you can bring your whole family. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all my pros. So for my cons, oh my god. Okay, so these cons, a lot of them aren't things that could ever change. Like I don't think things that could be changed, but things that I thought that like were my negative thoughts about the cruise. First one was they charge you. So the way that it works on the cruise is you can't use your credit card or you can't use like cash. Everything is through your sail and sign card, which is like your room key. Also you put money on this card, kind of like gift cards. So they put $100 on the card, so you use that $100 to spend whatever you want on the cruise. On the last day, I was like, why is my bill say $180? $80 whatever, and I see this like $70 charge, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I look at it and I'm like, oh, it says tips, blah blah blah, gratuity for the housekeeping, bar staff, restaurant staff, blah blah. And I'm like, that's cool. Like I was planning on tipping anyways. I thought it was way at a point where we couldn't, there's no sign, there's no line for tipping on receipts, whatever. So I thought it was a little weird. So I was like always wondering, how do I tip somebody? Both that I didn't like about the fact of the way they did this is that they didn't tell us this was gonna happen. So you're waking up, I wake up on the last day, I didn't even shower. I went to the guest services desk. I'm like, yo, what's this charge? Oh yeah, we put gratuity, whatever. And that's cool. Like, I'm big on tipping. I always tip no matter where I go. But I wish I knew. You understand me? Like, I wish like they would be like, okay, just let you know that at the end of the day we're gonna tip, whatever. I just wish they would let me know. You know, that's not nothing. Everyone deserves a tip, but to sneak me like that and be like, here's a tip that we want you to give, and I don't know how, I don't want to like say this without sounding like, I don't know how to say it, like ungrateful, whatever, but like I just wish I knew, basically. So they will charge you on your cards to plan for that, for tips and all that fun stuff. So again, just so you know, that's gonna happen. But again, I wasn't really pissed. I wasn't mad at the fact that I had to tip. I had the fact that I didn't know I was going to tip. Does that make sense? Yeah. The next thing is, there's a lot of people on this cruise. Like, this cruise had like 3,000 people on it. Kids, elderly, drunk teenagers, middle dogs, all that fun stuff, which is like expected. Like, you can't be the only one on a freaking ship. But my biggest con for me was like, everything we wanted to do, we had to get there early. Like, we couldn't even go to the pool at all at the end of the cruise, because like there's like 6 pools and stuff, but like there's 3,000 people. 6 pools for 2,000 people is signed now, so the pool is always packed. So I couldn't even go to the pool on the cruise because like, oh my God, I'm not gonna go in a crowded ass pool, whatever. Comedy shows, we had to get there early. There wasn't enough seats, so like 3,000 people trying to get to a comedy show. We had to, so you have to arrive early for things like get into the movies, the comedy show. Arrive early because everyone wants to do the same thing, and there's only one schedule, so we all do the same schedule. So there's no like sneaky schedule. So like everyone's trying to do the same thing. So definitely arrive to things early because things get packed, basically. So yeah, that's not a real con, but that's that didn't like, that bothered me on the cruise, where I can't, and I really can't change that because like I can't change the amount of people on the cruise. You feel me? Like, things happen. So my next con will be, so on the cruise they have like these camera people, like people who just take pictures, but these people be in your face, like when down the island, when you're walking down the hallway, ma'am, picture please, picture please, picture please, picture please, picture, fucking pictures. And y'all know I like pictures, like I like pictures, but not being forced to take pictures. And Nixon does not like pictures either. Nixon's not a picture person, but they will always be in your face, and at a point you can't say no, because like, it's like you feel bad, but it's like, damn, like if I want to take a picture, I'll come to you. Don't be in my face. Like, it was annoying. It pissed me off. Like, get the hell away. And you know, Nixon was getting mad because Nixon liked pictures, and Nixon liked me annoyed. But yeah, anyways, I thought it was annoying. So I wish that they would like be less hounding for you to take a picture and be more like, okay, like they want a picture, they'll come get it. And them shits were expensive too. Like, just to download your picture like from the thingy was $14 a picture. Like, I was taking your freaking iPhone for free. Like, it was $14. You next to this cute ass picture, like cute picture, but I'm not paying $14 to download it to my phone. Like, that was just dumb to me. Like whatever, that wasn't it. So I definitely think that the camera people being mad annoying was annoying. So fix that. My last con for the cruise is something that like could be changed, like it could be fixed, and I hope Carnival fixes this. So on the boat, obviously they have the guest services desk, because like people always have problems with their key cards, their rooms, whatever, but they have like 3 workers for 3,000 people to ask questions. For to have 3 workers, that's kind of outrageous, especially on the first and second last day. On the first day, me and Nixon didn't get our room assignment, so we had to wait in line for a good hour just to get to line, like, oh, it's our room, I'm sorry ma'am, here's your room. And the last day with the whole like taxing thing, I waited in line for forever. So I wish that like, even having 3 workers during the day, like during like the cruise itself, is cool, whatever. Things after a while people get the motion of things, but for the first day of the cruise and the last day of the cruise to have only 3 workers, that was kind of dumb. Like, everyone has a question, everyone has a complaint, everyone has to say, but to have 3 workers, I think they should have did better for that. So that was just basically it. So now I'm going to tell y'all some tips and tricks that I think that will help you when booking your next cruise and going on your next cruise or your first cruise, whatever it is. But things that I learned from my cruise that I know that I'm going to improve and try to do better for myself and my experience when I go on my next cruise. So my first word of advice is they have a drink package. Let me tell you that. So you pay, I think it was like $52 a day. Sorry. You pay $52 a day for your whole trip. You can't just buy it for 1 day, 2 days. You have to buy it for the complete trip. So if your trip's 5 days, you have to buy it for 5 days. If it's 6 days, 6 days, whatever. $52 a day, and your limit is 15 drinks. So, for example, if I was to buy the drink package for my trip, it was going to be $260. That's if you book in advance. If you book the day of on the cruise for a drink package, it's more expensive. But if you book in advance, $52, 5 days, $260. 15 drinks. Cool. Before I get into my opinion, let me explain to you how much it would cost if you bought 15 drinks yourself. So let's say you pay 15 drinks. Drinks are about like $10 on a cruise, times 5 days. 15 times $10 times 5 days was about $750. So in realistic speaking, $750 is way more than $260. So boom, it makes sense. I get why this drink package, whatever. My only problem with the drink package is that if you're not going to drink 15 drinks, or you are not a heavy drinker, or I don't know how to explain it, like if you don't think you can drink that much drinks, don't buy the drink package. My boyfriend doesn't drink like that. Like, he drinks, but like he's not like a drinker, and neither am I. Like, I'm not a drinker, but I will have a couple like mixed drinks. I like them, they're good. So I only bought like 3 drinks a day, which is like $30 a day, and I didn't drink every single day I was on the cruise. When I was on the ship, I drank like twice that. So I spent like $60 on drinks the whole cruise. But that's because I don't drink that much. But if you think you can drink 15 drinks in a day, every single day, and not waste your money, then get it. But I think for me, if I'm going to buy something, I'm going to use it. If I'm going to pay money for 15 drinks, I'm going to drink 15 drinks. But I'm going to be shitting on my ass drunk, because 15 drinks is a lot for one person to handle. Unless you're sharing it, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, yeah, I just don't think that if you're not a drinker, it's not worth it. If I was with my friends, my girls, like if we were on the trip and like it was someone's birthday and she want to get a drink, definitely, like, it's your birthday, want to get lit on the trip, but do it. But if you're not a drinker, I say don't get it. They also have a drink package for like non-alcoholic drinks, like soda and stuff. If you don't like drinking soda, you don't need soda. They give you free water, lemonade, iced tea, like all the drinks that I mentioned earlier for free. So why would you pay like $30 a day for soda, but it's all that includes is soda and like luxury drinks? No, it's not worth it. So I definitely think that, me personally, I don't think the drink package is worth it for myself. But again, this is an opinionated video, so I think you may like the drink package, but I mean, I thought it was dumb. My next tip for you all is to book in advance, to book way in advance. By saying that, I'm saying cruises are cheaper if you book in advance. Like, I was looking at the website for like just so I could do this video, and I was looking at trips for the same trip that we went on right now for next year at the same exact time was like $200, booking a year in advance. So I'm not saying book a year in advance, I mean if you want to, but like the earlier you book, the cheaper it is. And the earlier you book, you can do a payment plan. So if I'm booking now for my trip and I don't want to pay it all at once, I put a deposit down to save my spot and then pay as I want to the trip. But if you book close to the date, there's no option for that. So I think that the earlier you book, the more like you can pay it off as you go, or you can always put a deposit to save your spot, you know. So I think that would be another pro, is to book in advance. So I plan on doing that on my next cruise. Yes, my next tip is when you're going to book your flights, because flights are not included into the cruise, you have to book your own flight. I say for your departure flight, like leaving your hometown to going to where it's Fort Lauderdale, New Orleans, wherever your port is for your cruise, I say give yourself enough, at least 2 hours before your sailing time. So for example, me and Nixon had to get on the cruise at 1:30. I want to be in Florida by 11:30. I want to put my departure date to be 11:30, because you never know, delays happen, plans get delayed, all that fun stuff. You don't want to like book too close to the time you have to be on the cruise and then miss your cruise because your plane was late, you know. So I definitely say give yourself 2 hours before the boarding time for the cruise, so you have time to like relax, you know, not rush and run to the port, because that's going to be annoying if you do that. So definitely your departure flight, leaving your home, should be at least 2 hours before your time to get onto the boat. And then I would say book your returning flight, like going home flight, close to the time you get off the cruise, because me and Nixon, oh my god, this wasn't like we couldn't really do much about it, but like we spent 8 hours in the airport to wait to go home. Like our cruise, we got off the boat, we had to get off the boat by 8 o'clock. We didn't get off the actual boat because of customs and stuff. It was like 9:30, and our flight was until 4:30. So to save you from having to wait in the airport for 8 hours like we did, book your flight at like usually most times you get off the boat by 8 o'clock, book at 11, book it at 12, because you don't want to be sitting in the fucking nasty ass Florida airport for 8 hours like we did. So book your flights close, like not, you know, whatever, you know what I said. Last but not least, the Wi-Fi on the boat. I thought the Wi-Fi package was worth it. We spent $5 a day, so $25 in total, and we got basic Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Except we also got WhatsApp, but only for text, so we couldn't FaceTime. The reason why I got the Wi-Fi packages is because my mom and my dad are African, and they need me to check in on them all the time. I did have service on the island. I have T-Mobile, so they cover in the Bahamas and in Great Turks and Caicos, but it wasn't, I want to, like, I don't know, I just, when I'm on the cruise, I want them to know that I'm fine, whatever. So I got WhatsApp, and just to keep in touch with Instagram. I time do a lot of downtime, so when we keep up with Instagram, post my pictures that I took, or Twitter, because Twitter was funny. That happened to be funny as hell that week, whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it, stay in touch to make sure if anything happens, I'm able to be reached at. So yeah, but they have 3 different Wi-Fi packages. The one we got was the basic one, the social one. So again, Instagram, all the social media stuff on it. You just can't check, you can't use Netflix or Hulu, and you just can't check your email or banking statements. It wasn't fast, because I feel like everyone was like the cheapskates like we are and got on that same Wi-Fi, so it's pretty slow, but whatever. Again, it's $4 a day if you book in advance, $5 if you book on the cruise. We booked the day of the cruise, we didn't know what to do. So you booked on the boat, but if you book in advance, it's $4 a day, so $20 if you book in advance. Next is their value package, which is about $10.25 in advance, $12 on the actual cruise, and it's the same thing as the social one, but it's faster, and you can check your email, and you can check your bank and all that, and use your banking apps and some airline apps. The next step up, last one they have, this is called the premium one, I believe it's called. It's about $15 a day in advance if you book it, and then $17.70 if you book it on the ship. And this includes everything that the other one includes, but it's 3 times faster than the fast one. So you get more speeds for a little bit more money. So whatever one you choose, I say if you want to stay connected or stay up to date with everything, I definitely think that either one will work for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it was very informative. I hope you liked it. I'm definitely going on another cruise. If y'all want to join me, let me know. I definitely think that I had a great time. One of my favorite trips so far was this cruise. I can attest to that too, but he's not here right now. But I can say that he could say the same thing too. We had a lot of fun. It was